Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this massive Megatron. This is printed using a 3D printer of mine, and the file I will put a link in the description box where you could download this guy and also the throne. And this is a 300 scale, so this is massive. Let me just get closer, and that's how big my hand is compared to its head. So this thing is really massive and looks amazing. There are issues with this guy, but I will get into that in a second. So let's take a look at him. And this is a non-transforming Megatron. The throne, yes, is not the right color, but I don't have the specific PLA to print that particular color, so I decided to just go with white, and it's not that big of a deal. And in here I don't have blue or yellow, so that's why I'm printing those white as well. Eventually I might just end up painting those, not sure yet, but the rest of the figure I'm gonna leave it as is, and it looked impressive enough, and yeah, so I don't think I need to print it. I mean, I don't need to paint it or sand it or anything like that. I'm just happy with what I have right here sitting on his throne. Megatron looks so amazing. Look at how this fusion cannon is bigger than lightsaber, bigger than a 1:1 scale lightsaber. You can see how massive this is. I don't have Masterpiece Megatron here with me, but I'll probably post a picture with him next to him. Yeah, so let's get into it. So like I said, this is 300% scale, so he is massive. Look at the fusion cannon. So it attaches onto the arm right here. There's a slot here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but here, just slide it in, and there you go. So given this thing is so massive, there is a drawback, is that the joints, they are really loose, and I'm saying really loose. He's like a puppet, a string puppet, where his joints will not be able to hold on his own. He will not be able to stand up on his own, which is unfortunate, but he does. That's why I decided to print the throne, because since he can't stand, might as well have him sitting then. So let me grab Megatron out and I'll show you guys the throne, and I will go into Megatron a little bit more. But here's the throne, and printed in 5 pieces. So I'll show you guys the top of the chair right here. I added these peg holes down the bottom, and there are little pegs up here. And initially there are slots on this, and then here is the base, and then I sliced this chair section into 2 pieces, and then added like peg pieces, so they attach, so they line up perfectly. So now they're attached, and then attached to the base, and then slot this on, and then I'll put this back up, and there you have the throne for Megatron. So this is how it looks on the back. Again, this is huge. This is massive. It's a massive throne. But let me get this out of the way and show you guys Megatron. Okay, so like I said, Megatron is massive, and his joints are really loose, so he cannot stand on his own. Right now I have to hold on to him, otherwise he will topple over. I guess you could actually reinforce the joints to make them a little thicker, so they will give you a little more resistant with the socket, so you could actually get him moving and stuff, and standing on his own. But I figured, you know what, I don't need to do all that, because I'm gonna build him a throne and he'll be fine that way. So look at how loose the legs are. They're completely loose, and then here's the flap that opens up here, so you guys can see the joints. They're on ball joints, and then thigh does have rotation, and then the knee joint, it's also using 2 balls actually, but they act as hinges. And then ankle is also on ball joint, and then there's a hinge joint right here. And then back of the legs, attach this back up first. The back of the leg here, whoops, right here. This piece could shift up and down to compensate for his movement there. So kind of cool, kind of neat. And here you can see the waist. It's kind of hard to see. The waist is on a swivel. And then here on the chest, there is articulation. Let me take these two pieces off. I want to show you something later. But here, there's a rotation right here. And yeah, just the same. Then let me put this back up right there. Then let's see. Head has a ball joint. And then there are a couple of different faces you could switch out. But currently I have this one on. And then shoulders, this piece can actually shift around to compensate for movement. And then these are on ball joints right here. It's kind of hard to see. There are two balls right here to attach to the chest. And then there's one that goes out here to attach to the arm. So that, and then he has double jointed elbows. So when you move the elbow, you can see how this piece shifts up. Yeah, right here. Allows you to have a little more room for him. And then the wrists are on rotation. And then the side skirts, they can move as well. Let me move this out of the way. You can move in and out. This one can also move outward. Flap that goes up. And that's about it for articulation for this guy. And then back here, this piece can also move as well. It is on a ball joint there. So if you want to rotate it to be more toy accurate for the cannon to come out of the side, you could actually do that as well. Oh my god, this thing is heavy. Alright, so let's get him back on the chair here. And it's like a little child. Tiny person here. So one thing I want to mention is that let's see, what was it? His wrist. Okay, there we go. He does come with a few extra hands, so you can switch him out, and he does have weapons. I didn't print any of those yet. There's a blaster, there's his mace and chain, and then also I think he comes with a sword as well too. So on these two pieces I still need to glue on. I didn't glue it because I just want to show you guys there are two ball joints right here, how they attach to the chest there. So these two pieces still need to glue on. There are a couple of pieces you have to glue yourself. You have to glue them on yourself. Mainly the attachment from the head to the chest, that you need to glue it on. The neck piece, you need to glue that on. These three pieces, you're gonna have to glue it on. And then also the ball joint around the hips does the tolerance to give for him to sit down, it's a little off, so you're gonna have to really push it for this joint, for his leg to go up to 90 degrees for him to sit down, because there is a little bit of an angle. The corner doesn't clear all the way through the hip section, so once you clear that, he'll be able to sit down. And there he is. Let's see, what else? Yeah, and then these two, sure you guys can't see, but on the feet itself, right here, this front black panel, you have to glue that on as well. Let's see what else you have to glue on. I think that's and then the hip section, you have to glue that on, because the legs are actually attached to the crotch piece, and then the crotch piece you need to attach to the hip section. So that you need to definitely use crazy glue to attach all that stuff on together. But this makes a amazing display. So you can have the fusion cannon here. Oh, and then you have to attach the fusion cannon yourself. This is three separate pieces, 1, 2, and 3. You have to glue these together. Then once you do that, then you can throw that on to him, and now he looks amazing. So yeah, this is massive. And let me see, I think when he's sitting, the throne and everything, it's about 22 inches in height. And then he himself, when he's standing, is also around 22 inches in height. So you figure this is a massive. If you have any quarter scale Hot Toys, it will be bigger than your quarter scale Hot Toys and much wider too. So yeah. And let me show you detailed look of the print. As far as the print itself, I think turned out great. I don't see too many seam lines. I mean, if you look at it up close, you're gonna see print lines on here. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so bright, but here you can see there are print lines on here. Just a matter of how you print this. With a piece like this, I would print them vertically, because that way you won't see any of the it'll just print better. If you do it vertically, it'll just print much nicer, because you can see if there are any bumps, you would really notice the curvature of it. But yeah, for this guy, since he's mostly angular shape, it's a lot easier to print than anything that looks more organic looking. But yeah, again, this is massive. I love it, and it's going on display. And it's yeah, I love it. I want to print more, but it does take a long time to print. I think I don't even know. Even just this one piece on the chair, half of it took like 13 hours to print. So I don't have a combined hours of how many hours it took me to print this guy fully, but it took a long time. If you follow me on Instagram or Thread, then you might have seen me doing progress report on this. So yeah, but this is massive and I love it. So let me, since I don't have Megatron, the masterpiece, let me do a comparison with other figures. Alright, and here I have scale with a few figures. We have Marvel Legends, Kingpin, and then Optimus Prime from the this is Studio series, not sure. And then we have Michael Myers from NECA. So you can see they're so tiny in comparison, and I think Megatron fits really well with the 3.75 inch G.I. Joes. So if you want to do a crossover between G.I. Joe and Transformers, I think this scale, the 300% scale of Megatron, will fit very well with the 3.75 inch figures. Here I have a Hasbro officer, forgot which one that is, from Hasbro, and you can see scale pretty well with the Megatron. Look at that, right? I mean, I think it looks really good together. Like if you do a crossover between G.I. Joe and Transformers, I think this will fit perfectly. Let's get him down here. Oh, no. Can I get him? No. He won't stand here. It's not flat enough. But let me get over here. So yeah, look at that. It's awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I do have more 3D printed items that I will be showing in later days. I am building, I'll tell you what I'm building right now. I'm building a Billy the Puppet from Saw. That one's a 1:1 scale, and then I'm also doing a Halo armor for Halloween. So hopefully I'll get it done before then. But those are all being printed at the moment, and I only have one 3D printer, so it's going to take a long time, and I don't have the option of printing it throughout the day. So yeah, but there's Megatron for you, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thanks for watching.